Okay, rant incoming. If you come across somebody, say like in the real estate world, who's like an analyst, and they claim to be an expert on the space, but they talk about things in a very siloed way. They're only, say, talking about, say, active listings or all the sales activity, and that's pretty much the extent of their coverage, then the chances are that person is highly full of shit, okay? That's just the reality. I wish it were different. And of course, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's hard to communicate a lot of information in a short period of time on the internet or in one video. And of course, it's easy for people to be presumptuous by, say, viewing maybe one video. I've certainly been on the receiving end of that. I'm very aware of that. But if this is a behavior that you see, it's repetitive over time, right? They're not incorporating new information. Say, all of the things that could conceivably impact home prices. So the permitting, what are rentals doing? What does the mortgage scene look like in terms of delinquencies? All that sort of stuff. Households, population, labor, obviously. And especially if they don't understand their definitions on those things, like, okay, the fact that the population is different than households and those dynamics, it's very material to understanding where we go from here. Chances are that person is highly full of shit. And again, right, if you give somebody the benefit of the doubt enough times, and they are not incorporating this sort of newfound knowledge that is, again, not my opinion, into their way of thinking about things, then that person is just conflicted. Either they're full of shit, their ego is involved, all the above, I don't even know. Okay? But today I pretty much saw that in an interview that Ethan Flynn did with Melody Wright. And it doesn't matter where you think I land on these things. It really does not. He's talking about basically employment being at an all-time high, and he doesn't really understand the fact that would, of course, happen as the population increases. That's not a meaningful observation whatsoever, right? Retail sales will go up as a function of the population. Really stupid, okay? Those numbers are overstated. Private employment is actually rolling over. Ethan, you do not understand housing.